All right, we are continuing our wedding series here today as Gabby and Charlie are preparing for their summer wedding, and today they are going to choose their appetizers.
That's right.
So our wedding planner, Kristin Banta, is here, and she's brought along Chef Adriana Morera from Urban Palate. And they're both going to help Gabby and Charlie navigate through this decision, which may seem like, oh, we'll just get something to eat, but it's much more complicated than that at times. So, all right, so first of all, before we get to that,
I'm excited.
Before we get to that, how are you guys doing? Checking in.
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah?
How are the wedding plans coming along?
Well, thanks to you guys, great. No stress.
Okay, no stress.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right, I got you right here. I'm just checking on you.
Now, you guys chose these appetizers instead of a traditional sit-down reception, so we just wanted to know why you decided to go in this direction.
Well, it's so hard to choose what we like, but thinking about our guests and what they like, because of course I want them to be happy too. You know, I want everybody to have fun, and Urban Palate's great. You know, they found a way to make a meatball with spaghetti inside of it.
Meatball! Again, it's a first one for our fun jet vacation. Yes.
But I mean, it's awesome. I like fish. Gabby doesn't like fish. I mean, there's a whole big, you know, choice for everybody here.
Did you go down that, how was that decision-making process? Did you both sort of jump in and then go, wow, there's a lot of things we don't agree on?
When it came to the food, yes, because I'm not too picky. She's a little more picky than me.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it looks like you picked great stuff here.
Indeed.
So how important, Kristin, is the food selection to the wedding picture?
Yeah, well, it's super important because it really is part of how you're going to tell your story and how your guests get to experience all the things that you guys love and get to really be a part of your courtship and in your day with respect to the food that you're eating.
So, Gabby, and Charlie, what are your favorite foods that you particularly like to eat?
I like Italian food.
Yeah, I noticed you have a spaghetti and meatball here, Chef.
I can't wait to try that.
Yeah,
when
right?
I saw it on our grid this morning, how do you eat meatballs and spaghetti in a reception? I don't understand.
As an appetizer.
As an appetizer. I didn't quite understand it. But
well, we did that because we thought the same thing, and we were like, how are we going to put this together in a way that your guests are going to be able to enjoy it, but it's not going to be messy, and it's still going to be that traditional thing that you guys love. So what we did was we actually made a meatball around spaghetti. So it's a spaghetti in meatball. It's really clever.
I broke my little thing.
Go ahead, guys, sample.
Can I try it?
Find something that...
Oh, look, there's little spaghetti in here. How cute is
grab that one, I'll grab
Can
this.
we see that? Can we get a shot of that? There's a little pasta in there.
Beautiful.
Look at
That's
that.
great.
Inside.
It's the little bite of your grandmother's spaghetti. So.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
There's a
goodness.
surprise
really
inside.
What kind of meat is that? It's very soft.
It's veal, pork, and beef, and then it has fresh breadcrumbs, which makes it light and
gonna finish
fluffy.
He's gonna finish that. So cute.
Oh my gosh, so good.
All right, so we keep sampling, right?
Now, how do you know you have enough, you order enough of these for your guests? How do you figure that out, Kristin?
Well, you know, doing this type of a format, in other words, doing a tray passed cocktails and hors d'oeuvres as opposed to doing a seated dinner service, the one thing that's really important is to make sure that you have plenty of selections for the guest, because this is what they're going to be having in lieu of a sit-down chicken, fish, or beef.
So, would you walk us through the selections we have here, please?
Sure. So basically what we did was we took the foods that they loved and we put our own artisanal twist on them. And over there we have a brisket little sandwich, which you know is nice and hearty for your guests if you're going to be doing that in lieu of a dinner. And then we did a jalapeno popper, but not a traditional jalapeno popper.
Jalapeno popper?
Right there.
This one?
Yes.
Ooh,
and that is actually a red jalapeno with tortilla around it, not your normal breading.
Wow, that
And then we
sandwich
talked
is
about
delicious.
Isn't it good?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's
This is
okay.
so good.
What was this one called?
Sorry, that's the brisket sandwich.
I just named it the bun of love.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
This is really good. This got some kick in it.
Yeah,
The jalapeno.
it's a little
Which
spicy,
one
so
is that
something to
one?
take
That's this
into
one here.
consideration
Jalapeno?
for sure.
Yeah, you'd want to, I would love this, but this would, my guests would want to drink more.
Absolutely, and there's
Yeah.
some people that don't like spice, so when you're talking about a wedding of 200 people, you know, maybe that's not, you know, what's going to appeal to the larger group.
I have a question for you. Oh yeah, wait, this one here?
Oh, that's a macaroni and cheese ball with a mushroom bechamel, so
Macaroni.
That's what it looks like
Oh.
now.
yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's what it looks like when it's not on fire. Okay? When it's not burnt.
That's a non-burnt version.
It's blackened, it's blackened.
Yeah.
Question, does this change the tone of the reception versus a sit down, and if so, how?
Yeah, it does. I mean, we wanted to do this format because it's a little bit more fun. The guests can interact. We can do a bunch of lounges for them and have everybody chat and not be stuck at their table. So it's a little bit more of a youthful, kind of fun approach to doing a wedding as opposed to the more traditional seated dinner service.
And when you go through this decision process for anybody who's making this, how much do you take into consideration what you want versus your guests?
Well, it's a good question because I think it's important to think about your guests. You are hosting them. But at the same time, we do want to use this opportunity to make it about the selections that really resonate with the couple.
Sure.
What are you
so
going
that they've
for?
got their favorites.
What are you going for, Charlie?
I'm doing the shrimp.
Yeah?
The shrimp?
Oh, yeah.
What is the shrimp?
That's a achiote poached
like shrimp,
shrimp
Mark?
cocktail.
Try
So
with
it's
me.
served cold and has
See
a
what it's like.
kumquat marmalade on there.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different. They're all just kind of a different spin on your traditional like shrimp cocktail or macaroni and cheese ball or slider. It's a traditional
very
spin.
good.
Well, I think it's fun to have a little bit of it's okay to have a whimsical approach. You know, if you love jalapeno poppers, great, let's include that. Let's have fun with that if that's one of your favorite foods. It doesn't mean that it's too pedestrian to serve at your
Is that
wedding.
lime
We
or
can make it
lemon
fun
in
and
it?
gourmet.
Yeah, sure.
That's good.
All right.
Cilantro.
So, if
You like to eat, don't you? I love that. That's
So
haven't
if I were
tried yet.
if I were to sit you guys down and say, look, you got to pick 3 of these, which
Yeah, which
three
one
would be
would
your
you pick?
tops
Tough question.
so far?
Go first. What do you like? What's your favorite?
I would go with the rib.
I didn't try the
And,
rib.
and the
So
other,
we're gonna try it.
wait, and the
So
other
good.
two, well, you have to pick.
You pick
all right,
three.
you
I
have
would
to
pick
pick
two.
3.
Yeah, go ahead and pick. We'll see which
Well, I'll
ones
just take
intersect.
everything that was on the plate. That's one choice.
Okay.
The meatball was great. That sandwich
Bun of
was
love.
great. The
Bun of
Bun of
love.
love.
Bun of love
has
and
to
the
be in
shrimp.
Yeah,
Shrimp.
bun of love.
But I gotta go with the meatball.
The
So the meatball, bun of love, and the shrimp for you.
Oh yes.
Okay, Gabby.
I would go with the ribs. What was that one called again?
That was the biscuit with the pimento
Biscuit
cheese.
for sure. And
The biscuit of
the
joy.
bun of love.
The bun of love.
Bun of love.
see
We're
what that
gonna have
looks
to
like
watch you guys
inside.
duke it out. No, we obviously the bun of love is right there because
Ooh, mac and
that's the
cheese.
intersection. Of,
AKA the brisket.
Did you taste the mac and cheese balls?
I did. They're
did.
very good.
That's what
Well,
this
look,
is?
That was our Gabby shout out right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
So we will obviously
Wow.
they'll sit and converse and
Yeah.
we'll start to line things up. But it's a good start to see that there's some common palate.
We only picked 3. We can only have 3. Can't we have 6? No?
You can choose as many as you like. All your favorites.
You know, because it's all so good. Well, thank you, Gabby and Charlie and Kristin, Banta, and Adriana Morera of Urban Palate. We want to thank you so much. This is
Good job.
all
Thank you
just
very
a great
much.
job.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
By the way,
you.
wet recipes are on our website, hallmarkchannel.com/home and family.